Hello students, I welcome you all in virtual classroom. Let's facilitate learning. Today we are going to discuss icebreakers and brainstorming activities of second lesson, which is titled as On Saying Please, written by A.G. Gardiner. We are going to complete all the activity questions of this lesson in 3 separate videos. This is the first video in which we are going to discuss activity number 1 and activity number 2. In the second part, means in the next video, we will learn activity 3 and 4, and in the next third video, third part of the lesson, we will discuss activity 5 and activity 7. Now, in this video, we are going to discuss activity 1 and activity question number 2. Let's get familiar with the writer of the lesson, A.G. Gardiner, in brief. A.G. Gardiner was born on June 2nd, 1865. He started literary career as journalist. He was editor of the Daily News London. His essays are uniformly elegant, graceful, and humorous. He was able to teach basic truths of life in easy and amusing way. A.G. Gardiner was died on March 3, 1946. Let's speak about On Saying Please. In On Saying Please, the writer A.G. Gardiner points out the value of good manners in social life and also emphasizes the importance of good manners in social life and emphasizes the importance of courtesy and politeness in daily behavior. He shows how polite speech and manner sweeten the atmosphere around and how discourtesy and ill manners spoil or pollute it. The essay is focused on the bad mannered liftman and well mannered bus conductor. प्रस्तुत पाठामध्ये लेखक A.G. गार्डनर यांनी सामाजिक जीवनातील चांगल्या शिष्टाचाराचे मूल्य, त्याचबरोबर दैनंदिन वर्तनातील सभ्यता व विनम्रता यांचे महत्त्व विशद केले आहे. बोलण्यातील नम्रतेने व वागण्यातील सभ्यतेने आपल्या सभोवतालच्या वातावरणामध्ये किती गोडवा निर्माण होतो, त्याचबरोबर असभ्यता व वाईट गोष्टी सभोवतालचे वातावरण किती खराब व दूषित करतात यावर देखील लेखकाने प्रकाश टाकलेला आहे. नाउ लेट्स discuss about the icebreakers activities which are given on textbook page number 13. List the words of courtesy that we use in our daily life. So, which are the words of courtesy? Thank you, please, sorry, excuse me, yes sir, you're welcome, no problem, it's all right. All these are words of courtesy. So, what are the different purposes of using these words of courtesy in our daily life? Whenever we want to express our gratitude, at that time we say thank you. When we want to do any kind of request to anyone, at that time we utter the word please. Then if we want to admit the mistake, at that time we say sorry. Then if we want to take permission, at that time we use words like excuse me. If you are 100% agree with any person, at that time we say yes sir. If we want to accept someone's view, at that time we say you're welcome. Then to give consent, we use words no problem. And when you accept anything freely, at that time we use words like it's all right. So these are all the words of courtesy which we use in our daily life in various situations. Next activity, Listed below are a few characters, traits of people. Some are positive while others are not. Tick the ones you feel desirable. So, in our textbook on page number 13, we have provided some words, and literally in front of those words, we have provided boxes. We are just going to speak about the traits of the people which are desirable, which are acceptable, which are good worthy. Okay, so on your screen you are able to see the tick marks which are given in the boxes, and these are all the traits of people which are desirable, which are good. So humorous, then naive, then benevolent, wise, manipulative, then generous and patronizing. All these words are desirable, which are also called as character traits of people. Next activity question. Etiquette and manners are very important. Read the following and put them in proper columns. So if you see in our textbook, we have provided 6 sentences, and on your screen you are able to see that we have divided these 6 sentences into columns. First one is appropriate and second one is inappropriate. So first of all, we are going to read first column in which appropriate statements are written. First one, to knock before you enter your principal's office. Second, to thank the person who offers you tea or coffee. And third one, to be polite and courteous to others are etiquettes and manners which are really very important and they are appropriate. In the next column, we have written down inappropriate things. First one, to receive phone calls while you are in a lecture or class. Second, to leave the classroom without teacher's permission. And to occupy the seats reserved for ladies or physically challenged or elderly person in a bus or a train. All these are things which are not desirable. So these are all inappropriate sentences. Next activity, explain the following with examples. So here we have given some words and asked to use them in sentences. First word is humility. Humility means the state of being humble. His humility was his greatness. Then second word which is given here is self-esteem. Self-esteem means person's self-worth or personal value. So if we write this term in sentence, the sentence will be, for example, the credit of my success goes to my self-esteem. Next word is gratitude. Gratitude means the quality of being grateful. So an example of the word is, I extend gratitude to my parents for their love and support. Next word which is given here is courtesy. Courtesy means showing politeness in behavior. For example, if you treat people with courtesy, they will be nice to you. Next word, generosity. Generosity means the quality of being kind and generous. For example, really, your generosity made me speechless. Next word is sympathy. Sympathy means the feeling of pity and sorrow. For example, we should express sympathy for COVID-19 victims. Next word, empathy. Empathy means the ability to understand others' feelings. So, the example of this word is, our empathy for little children is our real greatness. So the next question, which is given on page number 19, is related with group discussion. While while watching the video, you are expected to keep your textbook in front of you so that you will be able to understand the questions neatly and cleanly. So here, which is given about group discussion. So the question which is given in our textbook is as have a group discussion on the topic the need of soft skills at workplace and use the following points. So which are the points which are provided in the textbook? Written and verbal communication, ways of interacting with others, creative abilities, emotional intelligence. So first of all, let's try to understand what a group discussion means. A discussion of a group of people who gathered family formally or informally together to discuss ideas, solve problems, or make comments on a particular subject. So, group discussion is an important activity in academic, business, and administrative spheres. It is a systematic and purposeful, interactive, oral process. Here, the exchange of ideas, thoughts, and feelings take place through oral communication. It also takes place in a systematic and structured way. The participants sit facing each other almost in a semicircle and express their views on the given topic, issues, or problem. As a student, it helps you to train yourself to discuss and argue about the topic given. It also helps you to express your views on serious subjects and in formal situations. In it improves your thinking, listening, and speaking skills. It also increases your confidence level. So here is an example of group discussion. Here we have to imagine that six students are discussing with each other, and first of all teacher is motivating them. So teacher is saying that good morning students, you all know that we are going to discuss on a special topic today, the need of soft skills of workplace. I know that you are well prepared, so let's start to discuss. Who would like to start? Here, first student is speaking as, Ma'am, I will start. I think, first of all, we should try to judge our workplace first. No doubt, our school is workplace. We should develop our creativity and positivity while studying language subjects. We have lots of scope to do for it. The next student is speaking as, well, that's that might be true. I agree with Sonali. But I think there must be a proper communication between all of us. Most of the students in our class are still lacking self confidence and self respect. Next student is also joining in the discussion saying that that is correct. We all need to work together. Our teamwork will surely help to develop our personality. Our enthusiasm and self motivation will surely make us successful. Next student is saying that sure Sangita, sure Sangita is right. Personality is very important factor in our life. I think leadership must develop among us. School is the proper workplace where we get opportunity to develop it. The next join by saying that I think from tomorrow we should try to implement all these things. Responsibility should be distributed properly. Each and every student of our school must get an opportunity for showing individual ability. And the next student says, as after all, school is our future. Our team spirit and our self motivation is the source of our improvement. Keep it up. So, this way, with the help of motivation given by the teacher, all students try to take part in the discussion in the form of conversation with each other. So, this is an example of group discussion. Next activity question, which is given as state whether all the statements are true or false. So the first sentence is bitter problems in day-to-day life can be solved by sweet words. The given sentence is true. Great wars could have been avoided by a little courtesy. The given sentence is absolutely true. Next sentence, observance of etiquette in a normal situation is important, but more important is their observance when the situation is adverse. The given sentence is true. Next statement or sentence, words like please and thank you help us in making our passage through life uneasy. The given sentence is false. So, what is the correction in this sentence? Words like please and thank you help us in making our passage through life easy. Next sentence, the law permits anybody to use violence if another person is discourteous. The given sentence is false. So, the correction in this sentence is the law does not permit anybody to use violence if another person is discourteous. It's not a legal offense. Next activity question. Select the most appropriate sentences which suggest the theme of the essay. So here in our textbook on page number 20, we have provided 5 sentences. We are going to talk only about the most appropriate sentences. So here the sentences which are provided in textbook are 4. We are going to discuss only about the sentences which are the theme of the essay. First one is the essay tells us about courtesy, civility, morality, responsibility, and control. Next sentence, one can keep one can keep one's peace of mind without having to lower themselves to the level of the perceived offender. So these sentences suggest theme of the essay. Next activity question, find the reasons for the liftman's uncivilized behavior. So which are the reasons for the liftman? First one, the liftman felt insulted by unknown passenger. Next reason could be the liftman did not like passengers' rude behavior. Next, the liftman could not bear passengers' discourtesy. And next one is the liftman's self-esteem was hurt by passenger. All these are the reasons for the liftman's uncivilized behavior. Next activity question, list the people and their behavior that made the passenger rude and ill-mannered. First one, housemaid. She is very rude behavior with cook. Cook ultimately was very rude to the passenger's wife. Then next, employer's wife is henpecked at breakfast. Then the employer avoided to say good morning to the passenger, and then passenger became very rude and ill-mannered with the liftman. And finally, the liftman pushed passenger out of lift. So this way we find the chain of bad behavior which changed the whole situation. Next activity question. Good manners are required in our daily life for making our social contacts more cooperative and friendly. Illustrate the behavior of the polite conductor with different people in various situations. So here on your screen you are able to see two columns. First one is of situation and second one is of behavior. So here we have provided situations of bus conductor, and in those situations how that bus conductor behavior are provided. First one, the writer's sensitive toe was trampled on by the bus conductor. At that time, he said sorry with an apology and courtesy. In the next situation, in the rainy season, dealing with people, conductor used to gave a tip that there was room inside. Then, while dealing with old people, bus conductor behaved as a considerate son. While dealing with children, he always remained as solicitous as a father. Then, while dealing with young people, bus conductor involved in merry jest with them. And while dealing with a blind man, at that time, bus conductor set down him safely on the pavement. Next activity question. Write the impact of good temper and kindness on society in the light of good mannered conductor. So here students are asked to write down their opinion. So good manner, good temper and kindness makes people feel happy. It also helps to develop proper communication and understanding. It teaches us self-respect and self-discipline. Then good temper and kindness teaches us politeness, kindness and good manners. Then we learn the habit of sharing things and adjusting each other. So all these are the things which definitely affect on a life of a person, which reflects in society. Next activity question. A modest calling can be made dignified by good temper and kindly feeling. Explain the statement with example. So, what is modesty? Modesty is the most valuable ornament of human life, but unfortunately, it is not visible everywhere. Modest calling helps to develop good temper and kindness among us. For example, the watchman at the school gate makes the school environment cheerful by saying good morning, hello, how are you, goodbye, take care, etc. The modesty we find in school bus driver is really praiseworthy. His kindness shows humanity in him. Next activity question. The service of the police is necessary for the implementation of law in our society. Write whether we require this service for good social environment. So here we ask to write down personal opinion. For an example, let's discuss the answer. Obviously, the service provided by police is really called the pillar of our protection. The threat of law and the lessons of courtesy will surely help to create ideal society. We require the legal services for creating good social environment, then protection of society from all dangers, to teach us rules and guidelines, and to learn self-discipline and good manners, and to learn equality and human rights. So the service of police is really very much necessary for the implementation of law in our society. So in this way today we have discussed activity questions. In the next video we are going to discuss the upcoming activities which is given in our textbook in the same lesson. Till then, do take good care of yourself. Thank you.